Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your December 2023 tarot reading. I'm Kate Smith-Kors. I'm a Reiki master and a tarot intuitive, and these are the collective messages for you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. The first message that I want to talk about is kind of an overall theme, something that you should be reminding yourself of throughout the month of December, or something that might be coming up frequently, is the message of the observer. This is number 49 in numerology. It condenses down to the number 4, and I actually love the number 4. It's a card of stability, balance, groundedness. You think of a table and chairs, they all sit on 4 legs. So this is about getting grounded, getting stable. And it's also, I feel like the number 4 is kind of a stationary number too, right? Because you think of chairs, tables, they don't move, they sit. So being in a state of observation is really, I think, a strong message here. And I love how this has a fox on it. So a fox could have a special meaning for some of you Tauruses. So you can always research what the spiritual meaning of a fox is, unless it has a personal meaning to you. Then, definitely go with that. So the message of this card is, once I get to the page, okay, the essential meaning is perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. So I think that part of the message here is it's a matter of perspective. So there could be a situation going on in your life where maybe you're just too close to it. So taking a step back, changing perspectives, looking at things from a different angle might help you to be able to process whatever emotions might be coming up at this time. So the Oracle's message with this card says, most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance yourself in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. So I think that things are going to be coming very clear for you. I love how they have the, what is that called? Whatever that's called. They are, they're getting clarity. So the reason somebody would use this, I'm envisioning like a sailor or somebody on a pirate ship too. Like, they see something in the distance and then they pull this out and it becomes much bigger, much clearer. So I also feel like by sitting with something, you're going to be more clear on what the bigger picture is or what's really happening. Something could have been a little bit blurry, not clear. And then as you sit with it, as you be the observer, it becomes much clearer for you. So let's see any other messages for the overall themes, overall energy. We have the Strength card. So some of you could have Leo in your chart, a strong Leo placement, but doesn't necessarily have to be. There could also be an important Leo in your life. The Strength card is really a card of patience and perseverance and compassion. So be gentle with yourself as you're going through this journey. This is also a major arcana card, so it's long-term energy. Whatever the situation is talking about that might be popping up in the month of December, or maybe you're already going through it, and this is just your gentle reminder that this is something long-term that you're looking at. And I feel like looking at the long-term goals, the long-term picture, is going to be important as you process your energy, especially as we're going to be entering into a new year come January, and into the springtime, really. I think that getting clear on long-term energy, how can you be patient with this process what things are you just supposed to sit with and allow right now, and what things are you supposed to take action on, right? And then the Ace of Swords is a card of clarity. It's a card of aha moment, the light bulb moment, right? Things are becoming much clearer for you. And that goes along with this image. Something is becoming more clear to you by observing. Maybe you're getting divine downloads. Maybe you're doing more meditations. When you sit in a meditation, one of the things that I've heard is, you can sit, and as thoughts go by, you kind of envision them like cars on a highway, and you're sitting up on a hill and you're just watching these cars go by. You're the observer. So just notice what thoughts you're feeling, what emotions you're feeling. And I feel like just in doing that, things are going to become very clear for you. There's going to be some type of opportunity, and you're going to know, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do right now. This is also a yes card, in my opinion. If there's a situation that comes up and you're having to decide, do I go forward with this? Do I not? The Ace of Swords to me is yes. And if it's not a yes, a hell yes, if you're like, I just don't know, then it's a no, right? I mean, you're going to have to be the one that figures that out. But in general, I think that this is a yes for whatever that is. But if you're feeling hesitancy, if you're feeling resistance, you're like, this is not right, then that's the clarity portion of the message coming through. You're getting clarity on whatever direction you're supposed to go. All right, let's see. Let's pull on health. Let's see. Let's do health, wealth, and love. So what's a message on health that we need to know? Okay, 10 of Wands. Spirit doesn't want you to be going through whatever this is alone, right? It says failure to delegate, too much responsibility, collapse, and breakdown. You need to ask for help. You absolutely have to ask for help, whether it's at home, because I'm noticing this home in the background here, or if it's at work or wherever it might be. Our physical bodies are strained. They are becoming fatigued because we're taking too much on by ourselves. Maybe you have a lot of mental, emotional stimulation, and just the simple act of somebody taking just a little bit off of your plate is going to be beneficial for you. Maybe it's something as simple as paying for somebody to deliver your groceries instead of you having to go to the grocery store. That will be worth it for you. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this is a number 4 that is popping up for you in your reading. It says generosity, giving, spending, openness, financial insecurity, reckless spending. Okay, so it gives kind of like opposites, like extreme opposites here. And so this is with health. And when it says generosity and giving and spending, I feel like this is almost like you being a little bit reckless with your energy. So if you are constantly around other people for work, or maybe if you're a spiritual worker and you work with other people's energies, this is your reminder that you need to create a strong energetic protection, a bubble of protection, energetic boundaries, be paying attention to all of those things. I feel like you're over giving. You can always ask for help from the divine, right? You don't have to necessarily pour from your cup. You can ask the divine for assistance, and that way the divine, who has an endless amount of love and energy and support to be giving, they can pour into this other person's cup, right? It doesn't have to all be on your back. So energetic protection is important. Asking for help so your physical body isn't feeling quite as fatigued. And then we have the Strength card popping up again. So same card, different deck. It says courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, self-confidence, and inner power. I love this. This is like you finally starting to stand up for yourself, to gain confidence in whatever you're doing. And I feel like whatever steps you are taking for yourself in your health journey is going to lead you to feel physically better about yourself, but like mentally, emotionally better about yourself too. You're gaining confidence here. I feel like some of you have lost some weight, or you're going to be potentially losing some weight in the next couple of months, and that's going to feel really good. It's going to boost up your confidence. Not only are you going to feel like you look better, it's going to be an emotional boost, but your physical body's going to feel better too. So now let's move on to wealth. What about finances? What does Spirit want you to know about finances? So as I'm shuffling, the Lovers card actually caught my attention. It hasn't popped out, but it did catch my attention as I was shuffling. So there could be some type of important choice that you're going to be making in the month of December regarding finances. Lovers is a card of choices, but also connections, like personal connections, partnerships, teaming up with somebody. And that would make sense with the Three of Pentacles too, because that message there is teamwork, shared goals, collaboration, apprenticeship, effort, pooling energy. So you might be collaborating with somebody else in business, working together with them. Maybe you don't do the same exact thing, but you're combining your energies to create something new. That feels really good, really cool. I'm kind of getting a temperance energy where it's that alchemy. You're mixing two things that maybe don't normally go together to create something fun and unique. The Fool card is a new beginning, a new opportunity. It says beginnings, freedom, innocence, originality, adventure, idealism, spontaneity. And I do get a new beginning sense when I see the Ace of Swords, and then you have the Fool card. This is a say yes moment for you as well. So I feel like there's some type of new adventure, new opportunity coming in, and Spirit really is encouraging you to say yes to this. It feels good. It feels fresh. And then the Queen of Swords, I feel like you're up leveling, you're bossing up. It says honest, independent, principled, fair, providing constructive criticism, objective, and perceptive. I feel like it's time for you to get honest with yourself, and it's time for you to get honest with maybe somebody that you work with, whether it's a boss or a coworker. And the Queen of Swords is definitely able to give constructive criticism. Sometimes you have to take the heart, the emotions out of something and just look at the facts. That's part of what I'm hearing. So for the wealth, finances, career, all of that type of area of your life for the month of December, Taurus, look at it honestly. Be very honest with yourself. What do I need to cut out? What do I need to add? Is this serving me anymore? It's time to become more clear on that, okay? And I feel like giving yourself or giving others constructive criticism, yeah, it might make you look a little bit blunt, might make you look a little bit bitchy even, a little bit cold, but I feel like this is necessary, okay? Because I feel like you are ready to get shit done. You are ready to get to work is part of what I'm hearing too. So now I'm going to pull on love. What do you need to hear? What message does Taurus need to hear about love? Woo! Flying out. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is such an independent energy, and I love this combination here because this is so independent. We have the word independent here, and then over here it says rewarded effort, success, achievement, independence. So we have that word again, leisure, material security, self-sufficiency. So this is about you being fine on your own, whether you have a partner or not. It feels like you're filling up your cup. And I feel like this is a card of self-love too. Sometimes we forget that part of our relationships is our relationship to ourself. How do we love ourselves? And we have the Five of Wands. And it says conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, rivals, clashes of ego. There could be, maybe there's a relationship that you have that you're actually maybe a little bit jealous of the other person that's there in your life because maybe they have something, or maybe they earned something, gained something that you had wanted a lot quicker than you did. But Spirit's saying focus on yourself. Growth looks different for everybody, and there's something that you have that this other person desires. So it goes both ways here. It's part of what I'm hearing is it's not a competition. Your growth cannot be compared to somebody else's. Somebody else's growth cannot be compared to yours because you are starting at completely different places. And so, I mean, maybe your partner is starting to get bonuses at work or up leveling or being really successful, and maybe you're not up leveling at the pace or the rate you want to. But Spirit's saying, you know what, I'm hearing something like, you've got it going on, girlfriend. You are all that in a bag of chips. Like, even though that phrase is really cheesy, you have so much more to be confident about than you are currently recognizing. And the 5 of Cups, there's an energy. I feel like some of you are thinking about your exes or thinking about somebody that is not really in your life anymore. And Spirit's encouraging you to try to move beyond that, all right? They're gone. They're out of your life for a reason. So the number 5 could also be significant for you in your life at this time. It says loss, grief, disappointment, sadness, mourning, discontent, feeling let down. So the 5 of Cups is feeling a sense of stagnancy, feeling like you can't move on or like you don't want to move on. You're not ready. Spirit's telling you it's time to push yourself out of that state of loss and into a state of love. That's part of what I'm hearing is pull yourself out of a state of loss and into a state of love. So when you're starting to feel like, I don't have this thing, I don't have that thing, this is not working out the way that I had anticipated, I still want this, I'm actually seeing the ship is coming in. Like, it looks like the sails are blowing in. Your ship is coming in. You've just got to be patient and wait for it to arrive. And in the meantime, show gratitude for the cup of coffee that you do have, right? Show gratitude for the beautiful things that you do have in your life. That way you're making room for more beauty. Absolutely. So now I'm going to pull one last oracle card, actually 2 wanted to pop out, so I will go into both of these because I have time for them. So we have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Absolutely. Actually, the Buddha is the first tattoo that I got. So hi, I'm Caitlin, I'm a Taurus, and I also love the image of the Buddha. So not only is this a message for you, Taurus, and the collective, but I think that this is also a message for me too. So that's kind of cool. The message here says, you are moving beyond the illusions that fear has created so that you can be more focused on your priorities and what is serving you on this path. All suffering eventually comes to an end, and acknowledging how you really feel and what occurred in order for you to feel this way will help you move beyond it. So this is about like coming to terms with what has happened, why it's happened, and moving beyond the fears of, well, what if I fail? What if this happens again? It's like that already happened, right? You already learned that lesson. Now we have other lessons to learn. We have other things to experience. Call on Master Buddha now to help you remember you are part of something that is greater than suffering. The wheel of karma is turning in your favor, and all your acts of kindness and goodness will benefit you. Thoughts may arise now to solve issues in your life, home, relationships, or work. They are being sent to you from your inner teacher, the Buddha within. Absolutely. That is part of the divine downloads that I was talking about, those aha moments. And, you don't always have to think about them coming from source or the divine, like, up in the sky, wherever, out in the universe. Sometimes the divine is within. The divine within. That's part of what I'm hearing. The messages that you're receiving You are powerful. You are so much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. All right, and the very last message we have is Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Absolutely. This rose in the middle here is really standing out. I love this emerald green color. So those are some things that are really standing out when I'm first looking at this. And this is talking about sharing. I'm trying to think of another word besides sharing, right? I think that it has to do with community for sure. So let's see what the message here is. Whatever creative ideas you are having at this time, they are inspired by the divine. Paul the Venetian is here to help you channel your gifts. You may have felt blocked or held back in the past, but now it's time to recognize how talented you really are. Follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity is a gift to the world, and as you share it with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in a way that suits you. So creativity, creative energy can be expressed in so many ways, whether it's baking, making stuff out of clay. Maybe it's you're doing a basic one of those adult coloring books. You know, it can be simple like that. But creativity can be expressed in so many different ways. So get in touch with your creative side and share it with others. Part of what I'm hearing too is handmade gifts this season might be the way to go. I feel like a lot of people are really going to appreciate it more than you're expecting. So if maybe you don't have the budget to buy everybody something, you know, maybe just making a batch of cookies and giving everybody a couple cookies, you know, that's not going to cost a whole lot of money. And what you're investing more so than anything else is your time, right? Your time, your patience, and your love. You know, the reason that that dinner tasted so good was because you made it with love, right? All right, so these are the messages that I have for you, Taurus. I really hope that they resonate. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can book on crystallizewithkate.com. Otherwise, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with another Taurus. And I will see you guys in another video.